Wednesday in Cape Town is also known as Mini Saturday, a day that many people look forward to, where they can quickly take some time out of the hustle and bustle of their daily routine to slip away and have a flutter on the GGs. I bet that's what you're going to get up to as well on Wednesday, because there's 9 races to look forward to at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Hello again from me, Rouvaun Smit. Good to have you along for a sure thing. Let's see if we can find as many winners as we possibly can on this card, guide you in the right direction so that you can end up in the winner's queue at the end of the day. The first race on Wednesday gets underway at 12:15. You know the drill as far as the Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge is concerned. You need to be on 5 minutes before that. You take the bet slip and you put yourself in line in that way to stand a chance of winning the big cash incentive prize if you were to be the one lucky person to select all the winners on the program. Guaranteed you'll be an instant millionaire. Now, the first race on Wednesday afternoon at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth is a maiden juvenile plate where 8 runners will go to post to the 1200 meter mark. I see we got 2 first-timers here. Number 1, Master on the Moon, is a 250,000 Rand Master of My Fate filly. And then there's 2 conditionally, who cost 300,000 Rand. This horse is the half-brother to 6-time winner Reckless Love from the stable of Vaughan Marshall with Sean Veal on board. But when I got to number 3, Malmesbury Missile, I was sold. This horse has had 2 runs to date. Both of them happen to have been in non-black type events. The first time, this horse ran in the Concord Plate. That was a non-black type event. And next time out, it ran in the non-black type Charles Dickens Stakes, finishing 3rd and 4th respectively. I do think with the 3rd run to come, more improvement can be expected. Will enjoy the step up in trip, and to me rates the horse to beat. So I'm going 3, Malmesbury Missile, ahead of 4, Vapor Trail, who happens to be the half-brother to 1 Stripe. For 3rd, I'm going with number 6, Pay the Palace. I think we can expect further improvement with those horses going over a little bit further. And for 4th, I'm going with 5, Rock Around the Clock. This horse has been gelded since the debut run, and I think any amount of improvement can be expected. So 3, 4, 6 and 5 are the numbers I'm going with in the opener. Race 2 on the card is a maiden plate for 3-year-old fillies. This race to be run over 1,400 metres. And initially, I made number 1, Catch a Penny, a good thing. But then as I was working my way through them, I discovered that this actually is a race in 2 between 1, Catch a Penny and number 8, Diamond Bomber. Now I'll start with 1, Catch a Penny. This horse has been a model of consistency. If you look at the form, this horse is yet to finish outside the top 3. And I also think that the way that this horse finishes off her races, she will enjoy going over 1,400 metres, and I do make her a lively contender of winning the 2nd race. But her biggest danger, and the horse that's probably going to give her the most cheek, is number 8, Diamond Bomber. Now this horse is from the Candace Bass Robinson yard with Alder de May on board, and in fact that combination have got quite a few runners during the course of the afternoon that warrants inclusion in all exotic bets that we are playing on the day. This horse finished 2nd last time out, and the horse that finished 3rd that day was a horse called Gimme Everything. And the horse that finished 8th that day was a horse called Miss Patty. Both of them have subsequently come out and won, so that certainly strengthens the form line. This horse will be up handy and may kick away at the right time. So there's precious little to choose between 1 and 8. For 3rd, I'm going with number 3, Beautiful Side. I think this horse can show further improvement, having shown the necessary improvement from 1st to 2nd run, and that 2nd run being over the course and distance. And for 4th, I'm going with number 2, Winter Gamble. Can certainly place with a chance on that penultimate form line. So 1, 8, 3, 2 are the numbers I'm going with in race number 2. Moving on to the 3rd race on the card. Race 3 is a maiden plate for 3-year-olds to be run over 1,600 metres, and 10 runners will go to post in race 3. This is also the opening leg of the place accumulator. It jumps at 13.25, and I think you need 1 or 2 to safely see you through the opening leg of the place accumulator. When I got number 5, Brigadier Billy, I thought this horse is the type of horse that I would normally go for. Showed good improvement from 1st to 2nd run. I do think there's more to come. However, I think this horse may be looking for even more than 1,600 metres, because this is the half-brother to stable stalwart Love is a Rose that ran into the money in the Stayers race on WSB Met Day. So there's more to come from 5 Brigadier Billy, definitely one for the shortlist, but I certainly couldn't look beyond number 7, 10 Penny as my first choice. If you look at the form, this horse started off finishing 10 lengths behind, then 4 lengths behind, 1.7 lengths behind, short head last time. And that short head, I think he cost himself the race because he was hanging towards the outside in the closing stages. But for that, had he stayed in a straight course, he probably would have ended up in the winner's enclosure. This horse is overdue a win and I think can be rewarded for consistency. So I'm going 7, 10 Penny ahead of 5 Brigadier Billy, 9 006, who's back from a break and gelding, and for 4th I'm going with 10 Warhawk, who warrants inclusion on the strength of that penultimate run. 7, 5, 9, 10, the numbers in race number 3. Race 4 is the first leg of the Pick 6, due off at 2 o'clock. A maiden plate for 3 rolls over 2,000 metres. I see number 2, Jetta 1, is a blinker strike. I think that's quite a shrewd move because Mornay Vinard and Des McLaughlin have been amongst the winners of late. And this horse could go start to finish to cause the upset. 3, Future Frequency. I thought this horse definitely must be included. Again, Candace Bass, Alder de May, as I told you, they've got quite a few on the afternoon that one needs to include. This is one of them. This horse will be up handy, finish second in its last 2, and I do think can go one better. However, when I went over the page to number 7, Woodworld, this horse to me has got even stronger form, model of consistency, and this horse finished 4th last time out behind Audible. The horse that finished 2nd that day was a horse called Bomber in the Sky. The horse that finished 3rd that day was a horse called Okavango. Both of them have subsequently come out and won, and that's what sold me on number 7, Woodworld, to win it, ahead of number 3, Future Frequency. For 3rd, I'm going with number 5, Umfula, who will enjoy the 2,000-metre trip. And for 4th, I'm going with number 8, ahead of the facts. 7, 3, 5, 8, the numbers in race 4. That takes us on to race 5 on the card, a maiden plate for fillies over 1,800 metres. And this race I found extremely tough to decide who to go with because there are quite a few that one can make a case for. You can make a case for number 2, Greenlight Sky, who's getting closer with each start, having a 3rd run after rest. Possibly number 4, Honga Tonga. The reason why I say possibly, because this horse ran a much improved race last time out, but I think he needs to sort of do the same again before one can follow her with any sort of confidence. Her form is not the most inspiring. 5, English Mistress, but for that last start, has been a model of consistency. Last time out, raced wide, had nothing more to come in the closing stages as a result of being trapped 3 deep, but prior to that, really was very, very, very consistent. Solid form to recommend that this horse must be included. 6, Tuscan Romance, well, the last 2 runs have been disappointing. Prior to that, reeled in like 6 seconds in a row, but needs to sort of get back to that kind of form to be of any kind of threat in this race. 9, Strawberry Thief, showed improvement from first to second run, more to come. And then number 10, Double Dash. That was a good last effort and also not without a chance. So you can understand that there are a couple of them that one needs to be considered. In the end, I needed to make a choice. I decided to go with 5, English Mistress, ahead of 9, 10 and 4. We move on to race 6 on the programme, and race 6 is a Class 5 to be run over 1,800 metres, and here we have a field of 8 runners to face the starter. I'll look no further than numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now 1, 3 and 4 are renewing rivalry in this race. 1, past and present, is a 1.5 bet off at the weights with number 3, Summer Night City, and that was for a 0.95 length beating. Number 4, Mala Strength, is 3.5 kilos bet off at the weights, and that for a 0.45 length beating by number 3, Summer Night City. So, on paper, both of them should finish ahead of number 3, Summer Night City. But Summer Night City won a very gutsy race last time out over the course and distance, and is pretty much up against a similar type of field that it faced last time out, and can follow up with another win. So you can see how close they are to each other. And then there's number 2, I'm the Buzz, who drops in class and has fair form, and I do think will be staying on at the business end of affairs. So How are we going to play race 6? I'm going 1, 4, 3 and 2. Those are my numbers in the 6th race on the card. Race 7 is a Class 4 for fillies and mares over 1,600 metres. This is another one of those races that I thought was very tough to decide who and where to go. I'll start with number 1, Englefield Green. This horse ran on very strongly last time out when winning the maiden, but is taking on stronger this time round. Number 3, My Only Weakness, has got Grant van Niekerk on board. Now, this horse was challenging strongly last time out. That was over 1,800 metres when finishing second. Look at the run prior to that. It finished second, 0.2 lengths behind a horse called Lady Springfield. And Lady Springfield happens to be number 4. So these two are renewing rivalry. The difference this time round is that 3, My Only Weakness, is a kilo better off at the weights. Now, My Only Weakness had a run after finishing 0.2 lengths behind Lady Springfield, while Lady Springfield has been off the track since then and returning from a bit of a break, so may just be in need of the run. Number 6, Give Me Everything. This horse is still improving. I think there's more to come. 7, Let a Jet to the Sun. On the strength of that last run, I think can go close again. Stays in Class 4 company. And then number 8, Senora Victoria, has got decent form. And I do think we can expect another honest performance from 8, Senora Victoria. So, where do we go in race 7? I'm going 3, 6, 7 and 8 with my numbers in race number 7. Moving on to race 8, it's a Class 5 for fillies and mares over 1,200 metres. And in race 5, number 4, Black Path, is a horse that could be considered. 52.5 kilos, has got good recent form, not without a chance. 5, Easy Money, also showed good improvement in that last start, but that was over 1,000 metres. 6, Why Not Jackie. I think that this horse is definitely in with a chance, especially on that penultimate run, the way it won in Class 5 company. I think it is better than that poor last performance. And I do think with Richard Free on board, 6, Why Not Jackie does make the shortlist. However, number 7, Becky Sharp, is the horse that certainly caught my attention, because as I was looking at the form, and 2 runs back, this horse ran behind a horse called Why Not Jackie when Why Not Jackie won that day, and is now a kilo better off at the weights for a 0.4 length beating, coupled with the fact that Becky Sharp is having her 3rd run after rest. Sold. I'm going 7, Becky Sharp, ahead of 9, Royal Lithium, who will be up handy and staying on in the closing stages. For 3rd, number 6, Why Not Jackie, and 4th, number 4, Black Path. 7, 9, 6, 4, the numbers in the penultimate. And that takes us on to the last race on the card, which is a Class 4 fillies and mares to be run over 1,000 metres. And I do think that Candace Bass Robinson holds the key to the outcome of this race. Tell you why. 5, the Charleston, but for that last run, prior to that, where the jockey found something amiss, has got solid form for as far as the eye can see, and I do think that the Charleston is definitely not without a chance. Then we get to number 8, Love Shack, also from the stable of Candace Bass Robinson. 2nd choice jockey, Gareth Wright, rides this one, and I do think that win over the course and distance does tell us that this horse could possibly follow up with another. But when I got to number 9, Teneron, I realised this must be the stable choice, because Alda de Meo's on board. Has been showing good improvement in its last start. 3rd run after rest, sold. For me, Teneron the one to beat, ahead of 8, 5 and 7. And that takes care of our preview of midweek racing at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Wednesday afternoon. I trust you'll have an enjoyable and profitable afternoon's racing. Till next time, from me, Rouvaun. Cheers for now.